The officer that shot and killed Patrick Lyoya. That's right, he was murdered during a traffic stop in Grand Rapids, Michigan in April. And this officer is going to be charged with second-degree murder. And the police department has started the process to fire this officer. For those who need a reminder, here is how the shooting took place.
Let go, taser!
6010, how many cars you got going?
Drop taser!
Everyone.
Get back! Get back!
The officer's name is Christopher Schurr, and as you saw there, he shot and killed Mr. Lyoya in the back. And the Kent County Prosecutor, well, he essentially said that he had concluded that the Grand Rapids police officer, Christopher Schurr, was not acting in self-defense, and he intended to kill Mr. Lyoya when he fired a shot at Congolese refugee, Patrick, who was only 26 years old. Now, the officer, who has been on paid leave since the April 4th incident, well, he turned himself in and he's going to be arraigned today. And Prosecutor Christopher Becker, well, he also said this in a statement. Everybody thinks the prosecutor is just an arm or just a branch of police. We are not. We are our own entity. We have a duty to enforce the law, be it on police or the public. Very often we disagree on cases, we disagree on things that happen. We are a separate entity and our duty is public safety. We work a lot with them, but we don't work for them. And I think law enforcement in Kent County understands that. We understand that. And also the attorney representing Mr. Lyoya's family, that's Ben Crump, he said this in a statement. We are encouraged by attorney Christopher Becker's decision to charge Christopher Schurr for the brutal killing of Patrick Lyoya, which we all witnessed when the video footage was released to the public. While the road to justice for Patrick and his family has just begun, this decision is a crucial step in the right direction. Officer Schurr must be held accountable for his decision to pursue an unarmed Patrick, ultimately shooting him in the back of the head and killing him for nothing more than a traffic stop. You know, we've been saying for years that police should not be conducting traffic stops for mere traffic violations because too many instances and situations end like this, where you have an officer claiming that they were scared for their life or that they were acting in self-defense and murdering someone. And the thing is that we don't have enough reason to justify that for a mere traffic stop, a mere technical infraction in violation of the rules of the road. Get out of here for that. And I'm really, really happy that the prosecutor here is deciding to proceed with charges because you can't tell me that shooting a man on the ground in his back is in any way self-defense. Jackson.
Yeah, not at all. And the reality is that people ending up dead regularly, particularly within a specific ethnic group, not just ending up dead, but also, incarcerated more heavily, shows the ineptitude of the service. And also just that, our tax dollars going to fund this shows that we have to continue to take stronger responsibility to change the people who are actually within these offices. So at the end of the day, I'm definitely glad that he's being charged for murder and that he's gonna be facing penalties, but the price isn't worth the authority because the argument to keep him out of jail or to keep him from facing consequences simply would just be, oh, he resisted arrest. He didn't do exactly what the police officer said. But again, the price of the authority is his life. I don't think so, so.
Exactly, and also knowing that Mr. Lyoya is a refugee, I don't necessarily know how long he had been in the United States, but I'm sure he had been in the States long enough to know that the police aren't your friend, particularly if you're a black man. And unfortunately, that is exactly how this played out in terms of being shot in the back of the head while you're on the ground for some kind of traffic infraction. Again, how do you justify that? How is the officer going to justify that? And I don't even think the department can justify that by virtue of the fact that they have already started the termination process for Officer Schurr. Something that they probably should have done long ago, but they're now only doing it because the prosecutor is looking and completely open to the idea of going ahead and prosecuting this man. And there are prosecutions going on in the United States right now of law enforcement departments, so this isn't isolated.